I mean, we just listened to this bizarre speech that she gave. She mentioned the phrase passage of time 4 times in 30 seconds. If you wrote a speech like that for Trump, what would your job look like?
First of all, look, don't always blame the press staff. Everyone wants to point their ire at us. The principal has some responsibility here, and sadly for the American people, Kamala Harris has failed in all of her duties, no question about it. If there's one group you don't need to explain the passage of time to, it's the American people who understand where we were with peace and prosperity just a little bit less than 2 years ago, right? We understand what the passage of time means because now we have record inflation, we have record-setting crime, people are pouring across the southern border, there are wars all over the world. The American people are feeling the brunt of these horrible policies, and Kamala Harris is right in the middle of that. In fact, she tried to take credit for a lot of the things by saying, I was right there with the president. They wanted to make them kind of co-president, if you remember. And now we're finding out that there's trouble in paradise as Kamala continues to make mistake after mistake, gaffe after gaffe. But look, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It's not like the president's making a stellar run of it either. He's making mistakes all over the globe. It's putting the American people in a very precarious situation.
Yeah, no, so one of the things that the Trump campaign was always accused of is using the position of the office of the President of the United States to benefit personal business or personal endeavors, personal charities and things like that. And this actually just came across the airwaves. We were sent it through the network. And also, a buddy of mine, a good buddy, Jeff, actually sent this to me too. And he pointed out that the Beau Biden Foundation for the Protection of Children raked in $3.9 million in 2020, but reportedly only spent a fraction of that on its mission to actually help kids. And my buddy Jeff sent me this picture. Was like, hey, look, there's President Biden overseas wearing a Beau Biden Foundation hat. What do you make of this? Any conflict of interest here?
Look, there are a lot of conflicts of interest. Remember, just the thought that Donald Trump may or may not have decided to do some type of Trump Tower in Moscow sent the media in a tizzy, and it added fuel to the fire of the lie they were telling. Somehow he was colluding with Russia. What you have here is the president's son, Hunter Biden, actually over in Ukraine, having deals with Russia, with China, and Ukraine, all the nations we're dealing with right now that are problematic for this country, and no one's asking any questions. Look, I'm glad that the media finally woke up to something we knew 17 months ago, which is that the Hunter Biden laptop is real. But let's talk about what's actually on it. Hashtag 10% for the big guy. I'm very confused as to why we're not going down that road. And remember, when there was just a rumor that Donald Trump may or may not have used the N-word at The Apprentice, they wrote stories about it. They went on a fact-finding mission. Hunter Biden actually used the N-word in his text, and no one says anything about it. This is absolutely a double standard that cannot go unchallenged.
Hogan, beyond that, Joe Biden, we have footage of him on the floor of the Senate saying, if you're caught with this much crack cocaine, you go directly to jail. And then there's his son. Drug problem it may be. However, just the tone deafness of this administration is unbelievable. Hogan Gidley, we could do this all day. I appreciate you joining me, sir.
Good.